Hi there, it's Jen from modernmedicinelady.com and the Empathic Woman System, and the word of the day is catalyst. So I was working with this amazing healer earlier because I strongly believe that if you're going to dish it out, you better be able to take it, and that in order to be an effective healer and mentor, I need to receive as much support and facilitation as I offer. But that's a whole other word of the day. I'm going to talk about what happened for me. So anyway, as I was working with this person, I was looking at this old wound, and this was a wound that was connected to an event that happened that was very painful. I felt very betrayed. I felt very hurt. I was really shocked and surprised when it happened. And it was something that no matter how much work I have done, it has continuously and perpetually sort of served as this, like it just keeps stinging. It keeps smarting. Anytime I'd look at it, I just would feel this like tug in my solar plexus, and it was just incredibly uncomfortable. And what I realized was that at the point that this happened, I was very happy. I was very content. Things were going really smoothly in my life. I was extremely comfortable. And what I realized was that if this particular experience had not happened, I would have maintained status quo. I would have stayed in my comfort zone, and I just would have kept going in the direction that I was going in, and I would have just figured everything was fine. But because this event happened, it acted as a catalyst. It acted as a catalyst for me to look at what was I doing? How was I living my life? What was actually working? And what had I actually outgrown? And what did I want to do instead? And I can see that this experience served as a catalyst that has led me to where I am today. And if it were not for the fact that I experienced this to the extent that I did, with the intensity that it had, with the extremely painful situation that it was, I sincerely doubt that I would have been as motivated to move forward, and I certainly would not necessarily have been as committed, as driven, and just as passionate about what I decided to go after, had it not been for the fact that I had this experience and it had really been painful. Because the thing was, every single time I even thought about the experience, it would just smart, it would sting, and it would remind me of why and what I was doing, I was choosing to do differently. And so I am really seeing and understanding how vitally necessary the discomfort of this experience was to serve as an effective catalyst for me. Had it been gentler, had it been easier, had it been simpler, had it come in any other form, I sincerely doubt that I would have been anywhere near as motivated as I was, because this served as such a dramatic, almost like explosive catalyst for me. And what I also realized is that the reason why it has been so incredibly challenging to break free from the discomfort of this, and that every single time I would remember this, even after tapping on it, even after doing a lot of forgiveness work, even after talking about it ad nauseum, I was still holding on to the discomfort. What I realized is, until I had reached a certain point in my own momentum, and until I had reached a certain point in my process and in my growth, that pain was serving as an anchor to keep me moving forward. It was basically there to remain as a catalyst, because if I had let it go, I had become complacent, or if I had released it too early, then I might have slid back into the comfort zone. I might have slid back into the place that I had been, and I might have just given up on my quest and on my vision. Whereas by being reminded every time I thought about it of that uncomfortable feeling. It's kind of like if I were, say, either a snake that needed to shed my skin, that I had outgrown my form, or maybe a snail in a body where I was so constrained that I knew I had to step out of it, or even being a plant that had become completely root bound and pot bound, that the only way to grow was to accept that I had to break free from it and I had to step out. But if it had been more comfortable, if I had let go of the discomfort, if I had gotten over it much more easily, I realized that I probably just would have slid back. And so I can absolutely see how the discomfort and the pain and even the shittiness of the situation was a necessary catalyst for me to move forward and go towards my passions, towards my dreams, towards my desires, towards my goals, towards the life that I absolutely love. And I know, had it not been for that catalyst, had it not been for that experience, I would not be here today speaking the way I'm speaking and talking about what I'm talking about. So my question to you is, can you think of experiences in your own life that may have been really challenging in the past, but as you look back at it now, you can recognize that they were catalysts to propel you forward into something that is beautiful and amazing and necessary and led you towards your destiny? And or is there something right now that is really uncomfortable, that may be really painful, that may be really difficult, that is actually serving as a catalyst to move you forward, to get you out of your comfort zone, and to motivate you to do things that maybe if it were more comfortable, you just wouldn't budge? So I'd love to hear what you have to say about all of this. Please leave a comment below and let me know what you think about this, and if there's any things that you recognize as challenging but necessary catalysts in your life. And until next word of the day, I'm wishing you peace and ease and the ability to really see how certain things can serve as a necessary catalyst for us. So, in the meantime, please go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jennifer Moore, Modern Medicine Lady, and also pass this message along to other people who would find this helpful and useful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, you helping me get this word out. So, until next time, peace.